Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Air Hauler with me, MD-11. So on our last flight, if you remember, we were down in Algeria. We flew out of Lisbon. And when I quit, we were looking, there were some jobs over here in Rome that we were going to go to. Though there's two in Luxor, but then there's three at the Frankfurt Hahn. So I think we're going to try and do, that one's only got 2 hours, 49 minutes, so we got to do it kind of quick. I'm also a little bit freaked out. There is a bat somewhere in my room. He was just flying around a little bit ago. I took off as quick as I could. And I just keep looking around because I'm so freaked out there's going to be a bat hitting me in the back of the head or something trying to land on me. So I'm a bit freaked out. Alright. Let's delete that little leg. Not that it matters. We don't have a GPS or anything that it would mess with. Alright, so everything's in. It's 531 miles. It's a little bit longer. Not much, though, because we're not using a SID. We are using a star, so it's not too much longer. So I'll go ahead and I'll leave this fuel in. So, even though we technically should probably take at least a little out. I don't know where to... Let's try 10. Actually... I don't know. Try 7. Lucky 7. Lucky 7s. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on over to the plane. Alright. As you can see, that's not good, is it? We can actually see to the other side. See KLM over there. I think this is because I installed the airport and after I ran the Air Hauler's like scenery configurator, so it can see what scenery you have and everything, so that might be why that's like that. Not for sure, but I think that's why that's happened. Alright. I was just checking the parking brake. Let's go ahead and get our flight plan in. Rome is LIRF. And Frankfurt... EDFH. That's not the normal Frankfurt, or the Frankfurt I think of it, because I know the normal Frankfurt I believe is EDDF. So this must be a different one. Cost index will go with 35. And I'm going to go ahead and move over to the load manager and do that before we put in the cruise levels for when it tells us the optimal and everything. So I'll be right back. Alright, got everything loaded up. A little bit short still on the cargo. We have 250,000 pounds, and the max cargo in the load manager is 210. So, couldn't do anything about it. Let's say 310, cruise around 330. Yeah, because you are heavy. So we're right on the optimal altitude, basically. We're going to be heavy, though, when we land. But there's nothing I can do about it. Kind of sucks. Let's go over to our flight plan. LIRF. We're going to take off on runway 7. We are not using a SID. For 7, see, FlightSim Commander had the north and the south, but they did nothing. Actually, I know the north one actually took me over back around to the airport, so I didn't see any point in that one. So we're just going to fly direct out of there. Let's go down here, EDFH, our star. And we're going to be landing on LS runway 21. And our star is, let me bring this over here, OLGI2B. So it's right here. Insert that. You know, I'm not sure why. I always thought it took me back to the flight plan. Maybe it didn't, because it hasn't been doing that lately. Take out EDFH right there. And then we'll take out the discontinuity as well. Alright, runway 21, so that looks good. Takeoff and approach. We always use 15 degrees flaps. We always use 0 for the slope and FSX. And we'll say a headwind of 8. We just seem to always use that. And I don't know how hot it is in Rome, but I would imagine it's fairly hot. So let's say 88 Fahrenheit. Got our V speeds here. 175 for V2. So move this to 175. Alright. I believe runway 7, I was just looking, I believe that is that runway right over here. So we're going to reverse out of here with our tail to the right. So it's giving me the fuel system warning just like last time because there's so little fuel. So I'll click over to manual and then back to auto, and that clears it. Alright, parking brake off. Let's start our pushback. We are going to 33,000 feet. Set this to 70. Brakes and RTO. Arm the spoilers. Piece of the building. Flaps to 15. Or dial a flap, which is set at 15. We can turn on our TCAS. I always forget TCAS in this plane. I don't know why. Alright, but I think that's everything. Oh no, we gotta trim it. Let's trim this. Then I think everything will be set up. Alright. That's alright. Not a whole lot of planes. I don't know why. I've got it set at 70. I would think there'd be a whole lot more commercial traffic. I still have general aviation turned down because I don't really see too much no point. It's just basic AI default planes, which is kind of lame. At least the commercial ones have like liveries and stuff on them. Alright, we got our green bar. Takeoff configuration is good. I don't know if we're going to get to that taxi line or not. Are we going to get to it? Yeah, we are going to get to it. Alright, we'll go ahead and stop our taxi right now. Can flip on our taxi light right there. And let's head over to the runway. Go straight ahead, and I think we gotta cut to the left. Yeah, it's very, very close. Right over to our left. Whoa, one hand on there, better get it, get two. I don't know which taxi would it take. I'll take this one. Just to make sure I don't, I think the runway, that's not the runway, there's like, the runway is 2 over. We'll just go try and find it. I'm really freaked out. I keep looking back behind me to see if I can see that bat. That's the thing, is where it is behind me, so I'm just kind of freaked out that I'm going to be sitting here and there's a bat flying in front of me or hit me or something. In this house, we have a bat problem at times. Sometimes it's not so bad. I don't think I've seen a bat here in a while, except I saw one the other day. I think it's this one. But we'll see them from time to time. But like I said, it has been a while for me since I've seen one in this house. Most of the times when we find them, we capture them in like a box and take them outside. Don't normally kill them. We killed one, I remember, but for the most part, they just let him go. Which is kind of ridiculous because they keep coming back. Just want the little bastards dead. I don't want to be bit by a bat and get rabies or whatever. This totally freaks you out too when you're not prepared and all of a sudden you see a bat flying around you. It's not a good feeling. Alright. Is that a runway? I can't tell if that's another runway or not. But our runway, you can see, is right to our right. Just gotta figure out how to get there. Alright, this is a taxiway. You see the sign right there? That, I guess, is the other runway. So yeah, no entry. So we gotta go to the right here. Alright, and is that our taxi or runway sign? Yeah, runway 7 and 25. Alright, stop right here. Let's go ahead and flip our landing lights on. Put that one on as well. Strobe. And let's see, I don't see anyone over here. Don't see anyone over there. Just go ahead and get on the runway and get ready for takeoff. Tell you what, we'll just do a rolling takeoff as well. Why not? There's no one else around. We should do more rolling takeoffs. Because literally, if there's no one around, what's the purpose of stopping, really? Because we're already configured for takeoff. I don't know what that was. Alright. There they are. Let's go ahead and advance it. He never says thrust set anymore. I don't know why.
80 knots.
He just goes straight to 80 knots.
V1. Rotate.
Alright. We got plenty of runway left, huh?
Positive rate.
Gear up.
Gear up.
You can see on our display, we're basically just going to fly direct. Like I said, no SID. So we'll just fly out just a little bit. I'll go ahead and retract the flaps.
Flaps up.
Make sure we got a good speed. I'll cut over to the left. Just fly it manual a little bit. Alright, I'll go ahead and hit autopilot.
Auto flight.
Take a look outside at Rome. Yeah, I don't know why it brings the thrust back and then accelerates it again. Whatever. Loud juice. I have no idea why it does that. I mean, it brought it back almost 30 knots. Like, come on now. Back outside. Beautiful Rome. Where's the airport? I don't know, where's the city center? Is it over there? I have no idea. By the way, the scenery complexity and autogen are 1 from the right. Which, what is that? Very dense, I think? Alright, so let's retract it right there at 230-ish. Increase the range a little bit. Alright, well, we're all on our way. I'm going to speed this up here in a second and watch my back, these bats. I really love the textures, though. I really, really love the textures of FTX Global. But we just hit our slats retracted speed. You can turn this off, by the way. And turn off the auto brakes. Alright, so everything looks good from here. We just crossed 5,000 feet. So I'll go ahead and speed it up and I'll be back in just a bit. Alright everybody, we just crossed 10,000 feet, so we gotta turn the landing lights on. And I'm not sure, is that runway 21? Is that, it's gotta be it right there. Either that or there's a huge problem with the flight
Slots
plan.
extended.
It's gotta be, because I thought, you know, if not, we've got a problem somewhere, but I'm sure that was right. So I think that is just runway 21. I was just looking at it. Alright, flaps to 1. Yeah, 3 waypoints and then 1, 2, and 3 right before the runway. So it's right. Landing speed, I'll put it at 174. For just a second. Elevation, I believe, is 1649 for the runway. We got a big overspeed again. I'm getting really tired of the overspeeds, and it's right when the weather injection happens, so I don't know why that is.
Flaps 28.
Alright, flaps to 28. I'm going to set this to 174. You can see we're way too high. Way too high. I don't know why our speed has got dropped so. Now we're coming back up on it. I don't know why our speed drops so low.
Flaps
That's,
35.
Landing gear,
I'll drop the gear.
landing gear, landing gear, landing gear, landing gear,
Man, we are way too high. I don't understand it. Flaps are at 35. I mean, it's like maybe 15 miles. Alright, saw a flash in the distance. That might have been the lights. Now we're coming back up on it. Alright. Set the approach and land. Coming up on the glide slope now. And the go around is up to 5,000. Arm the spoilers. This thing is having a tough time keeping the speed. I still fail to see the runway unless that's it right up there. Auto brakes are at medium. Spoilers are armed. It looks like I see a red light right there. I thought we were going to end up way too high, but we did have a little ways to go. Alright, less than 10 miles. Now, that's why I dropped the gear and everything so soon. I thought we're going to need some drag. We're going to have to get down really quick.
25.
It was showing that we were. It was the descent path was way below us, too. Yep, that's the runway. You see it now. Everything looks perfect. So I can just wait a minute before I gotta jump into action. Take over at about 1,000 feet. So we got the dual land. Hitting the outer marker right now. Tried an auto land at Constantine, it just didn't work. I don't know why not. Alright, we got about 1,000 feet to go.
Autopilot.
Alright, I'm controlling it.
1,000.
We're dropping a little low.
500. 400. Approaching minimum. Minimum. $100. 50.
Let's see, we ended up high.
30. 20. 10.
We're gonna float.
Spoilers deployed.
That says it was okay.
Reverse thrust available.
Manual braking. This runway does not look long. At all.
80 knots. 60 knots.
Try to get off the brakes a little bit. Those brakes are going to be hot as hell. I had to slam on them. Alright, we'll cut over here. Take the first left, not that other one, going to that building or whatever. Alright. That other, yeah, okay. I was like, alright, I hit the wrong taxi line, I do believe. Check the flaps, auto brakes off. Check the speed brake. Alright, let's head over. Saw the, yeah, terminal's over there. Or whatever that is, I'm not exactly sure. Need to get off the runway. I should have continued off the runway and it didn't. So now that we're off the runway, let's turn off the landing lights. On the taxi light, turn the strobe off. Now we're getting to the right. There we go. I didn't. It's like it's very odd that we ended up high right before touchdown. I mean, we were low, and then all of a, it always seems to happen like that. Not always, but you know what I mean. It says we're low, and then all of a sudden, right before touchdown, we end up, as we come up to the runway, we get way too high. Not way too high, but high. I don't know why it does that. Alright, I don't know where we should park. Honestly, the first area I see to park, we'll probably park it there. Although I see a couple... I don't know if those are the tails of planes or if that's the building. Looks like planes. So maybe we'll just go on down there. Actually, why go down there? Let's just park at one of these. We don't need to be near those other planes anyway. Cargo. Looks like Lufthansa. You would expect it to be Lufthansa too. Being in Germany. Don't know if we... Yeah, jeez. How did I miss it that bad? Unreal. I was afraid it was going to be a tight turn. We didn't even get over to it. Cutting the fuel. Off with the taxi light. Parking brake is set. Alright, let's go over to Air Hauler and get paid. Alright. Go ahead and unload all three of them. That's a good pay right there. Gotta love when you get 3 jobs and no damage to anything. Although the plane did get an overspeed. That's not my fault though. Air hauler just takes longer and longer, it seems. Although with all the bases on the planes, it just gets longer and longer. Alright, so when this is done, we'll check our planes and see where we're going to go next. So this air hauler can clear itself up. Still no date, by the way, for Air Hauler 2. I have no idea. I think we've all been awaiting it to... Let's see, something is broken. I thought it said caution something. If we did, the overspeed could have only been 5%. What got hurt, though? I saw a warning. 20,000 AI. Oh hell, I hit the damn repair up there. How did I'm not even sure how much I paid for that. Jeez, I hit the wrong button. Alright, but now we would move on to the other... Oh, yeah. Well, we don't have to fly that because it's at KMSO and we already did that livery anyway. So the next one, we should be over at Denver. Alright. That's not a bad idea. So next flight... I'll move over to Denver. I don't know. There's usually some pretty good flights there. Jobs. Vegas. You almost have to take that. Well, that one pays so much. But I almost have to take that just because we got scenery. Couple of things as scenery for Vegas. Or maybe just... No, I think it's just the city. It's such a short flight. That pays about the same if you per mile or so. Although Tijuana, I mean, that pays a lot more. So maybe we should do that. Although that doesn't have a lot of time left. Let's see how much time. That'd be 4 p.m. Maybe I can get that in. Alright, well, that's going to be it for this episode, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed it. Next time we'll be over at Denver. So I'll see you on the next flight.